the ongoing saga. We're getting our footholds in. From here on in, it should be less grindy. I'm loving it. I hope you are too. Please feel free to comment. If you're watching this now, this is a little retrospective area hangout where I get to thank you in a non-live format for tuning in. If you could click subscribe, you would change my life. You don't believe me? Let me tell you, it's true. From the bottom of my heart, even if you're watching for like a couple of minutes, stick around. I'm going to teach you as best I can about No Man's Sky. At the same time, while having an adventure, it's me and my shipborne and suitborne AI I've called Tanto. Got to come up with an acronym for that. Tactical, aerial, navigation, something. Anyway, yesterday we left the toxic planet we were on and returned to the planet that we started on, the very hostile but cold minus 60.3 degrees C planet. Let's go inside, because we've been led here on rumours of antimatter. See what the abandoned terminal has to say. Let's get rid of the goop. Let's wipe the goop off the screen on both sides. Let's get it gone. Give it a clean. What's inside? No doubt a message left for us by a previous explorer that's helping us through these tentative early moments. Pulsating slime appears to function as I touch the input panel. The alien substance reacts violently. The device opens within a single unblinking crimson eye. It prints out a blueprint for antimatter. Let's take that blueprint. Let's take that with us. Hold it dear to our hearts. You will find us when the time is right. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. And again, chromatic metal and condensed carbon is what we need, gamers. Interesting. Let's take... So yesterday we built the hyperdrive, and now we need to fuel that hyperdrive up with the aforementioned condensed carbon and chromatic metal. This is going to create us our fine looking antimatter that we need to leave this system once and for all and strike out on our own 2 feet. The fledgling mining company, ouch, careful in here, strange creatures lashing out at us. Let's see if we can repair this. Hello Retro Gamer Thomas, I hope you're well. Hope you've had a good day, you're not too hot. Time to come inside and let the heat die down. I've got some blue milk, because that's what people drink in space. Yeah! Recharged and revitalised. Some would call it an iced latte. Call it what you will. I call it blue milk. It's kind of red here. I'm sure if we go outside it'll be blue. Work with me on this. I've only got a limited amount of special effects. Right, let's continue the adventure then. So we need chromatic metals, which is basically copper put through the refiner. Oh, we've got to search these boxes before we leave. Beggars can't be choosers in the world of No Man's Sky. And I'll tell you one thing, I'm certainly a beggar in this world at the moment. What have we got? Tell you what we're going to do. We'll take some of this. I do believe these plants are going to give us, or are they marrow bulbs? They're marrow bulbs. We've got more marrow than a man really needs. I understand thermal protection's falling. I'm going to get on board very quickly. Let's blast off. We can't leave. Classic No Man's Sky. It's been hot at work today. Well, I hope you're now rested, feet up. Donna's brought you your space tea. And from there, I understand about the thermal protection game. Listen, Tanto, I haven't got time for your stories. I need solutions. Recharge the scanner. Now there's a string close to my heart. Oh, well. Gaz, Doogie's here, Gaz is here. I'm honoured to be literally in the viewing cycle of what has to be YouTube's biggest rising star, Gaz Loves Games. the brightest star in the galaxy, as far as I'm concerned. Show me a PewDiePie, I'll show you a man not engaged with his community. Show me Gazos Games, I'll show you a man very much deeply in love with his community, as we are with him. Right, discard. Let's get rid of that. What's inside? I don't really need a Korvax casing. As I said, beggars can't be choosers. In the greatest game known to man, we'll make it work somehow on our journey through the stars. What are you going to give me? You give me a microprocessor now? I can't even say it, I'm so excited. You give me a microprocessor now? When I've just spent all my pennies on one? Not acceptable. Technically, George, you have more than subs than Ninja at the moment. You're absolutely right. And I appreciate every single one of you. I always wanted to check this game out. Post improvements. Oh, Gaz, let me tell you. I don't want to wax lyrical for another episode about a great game, but let me tell you about this game. It's incredible, friend. Right, what can we do? We need to survive a little bit better. Life support needs to be charged with none of the items we've got. It's unfortunate, but we'll make it work. Let's get a little warm up inside the ship. Tanto, turn on the heaters. I've got icicles on my nose. Now we must ask ourselves what we're going to do here. What we're going to do about this situation. Now it's Blue Milk, like a true sci-fi dude. See you, Mr. Sentinel. Be a good boy. Well, it's not quite as easy as Minecraft, I'll give you that. I'm a big fan of this game, but I tell you what, we're playing it on survival mode, which is certainly one of the more addictive one of the more difficult ways to play the game. You lose your inventory when you die, the whole bag of tricks. In normal, you get to recover it. Right, we got a problem here. I can see us dying quite quickly. There's Korvax casings over there. Right. Thing is, I'm not going to be able to really make a lot of this. Let's see if we can. Alien eggs. Don't touch those, because then a load of aliens are going to come out the floor and they're going to absolutely savage you. And we're certainly not at a point right now where we can really make the best of the situation. Let's see if we've got anything in the ship's inventory. Yeah, okay. Listen, do you get McWayne's in this? We haven't got McWayne's at this point, but we've certainly got. Run. He's out of energy. We've got our shipboard and suitboard AI that we've called Tanto, after a loyal viewer on the Minecraft stream, always in my chat telling me top tips on what I need to do. So we've now christened our AI. The voice you can hear is Tanto. Tactical, aeronautical, navigation, something operations. Someone come up with an awesome acronym for what Tanto actually stands for, and we'll weave it in to the RPG-like story we're crafting around us. Because as always, the story we make in our minds together in this stream is better than any game story ever made ever. Fact. Right. Yeah, okay. So, let's see what we've got on the ship. What have we got that we can use? Square root of nothing, by the look of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to transfer to the starship all the stuff that we can probably get away with not carrying. Because when we die out there, it's going to be brutal and all-consuming. So we don't want that to happen. We don't want to lose the portable refiner. Not again. So we'll pop that in the ship. The chromatic metals, we haven't really got enough to worry about. What can we make? What can we make? Install technology. Oxygen recycler. Increases the base capacity of your life support system, allowing users to go longer between. That's something. Tactical automotive navigator through orbits. Someone write that down. Someone write that down, because Gazos Games has pulled out an absolute belter. That's what Tanto. That's what Tanto stands for. I'm actually going to take a picture of that because everyone pulls me up for not sticking to the stories. So now we know what it stands for. We'll weave it into the lore. Tactical Automotive Navigator. Let's see if we can... I can't see his... Well, our mining beam's out of power as well. Best thing we could do right now is die, basically. The best thing that can happen to us right now is death. I know that sounds a little bit fatalistic, but I think it might be the only way out of the shortcut that we've found ourselves in. Fact. Those trees look absolutely beautiful. And right over the hill is some dihydrogen and some condensed carbon. Part of what we need to create the next... There we go. There's a little fact about life. There's a difference between the fact the universe is inherently unfood. No one wants to know about that. Okay, come on. Reboot me. Reboot me. Do it now, game. Brilliant. Okay, now we can make the best of the situation, can't we? We've got mining beam recharge. Sometimes you got to make the game work for you. Sometimes you just do. No, 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 no. I don't think you understand quite what I'm trying to do here, Sentinel. I'm trying to go shopping on this planet and you keep... You've got to hide from the Sentinels. It's okay. It's okay. That's what we're going to do. We're going to hide. Let's slurp them a blue milk. Let's hide from those Sentinels. They've gone away. We can carry on with our mining. Even if he's out here, we won't remember us. He's got a brain pretty much like a goldfish, seemingly. He's on about, he's stopped the naughtiness from happening. He stopped me from pillaging this planet like a pirate. Wait, we can get some deuterium. I don't really need the jetpack surge, but we'll take it. Because over here we saw some more. Maybe we didn't. Have we scanned this animal? Is that the guy who missed Skip Jim? No, we haven't scanned this one. We saw an absolute freak of an animal yesterday with a real strong upper body and 0 legs. As I said, he skipped gym day, leg day at the gym. Let's gather up these. More of these, please. Probably sawing these to remind me you don't need to make dihydrogen jelly. You just need the raw crystals, Georgie boy. Yes, so we need ferrite dust, which you can get from these rocks. We're scaring off the locals. We're not overly bothered at this point. We don't really plan on staying around here. We go to another planet in this system that seems to have an abundance of copper. I think we might stop off at the space station and grab ourselves some oxygen so we can craft that oxygen life extender. Don't make the jelly, George. Top tip there from the community. Don't make jelly. You're absolutely right. One thing I don't need to be making right now is novelty jellies. We seem to have... While we're making hay while the sun shines, let's collect all the dihydrogen up. It makes sense to us as gamers to collect this up. It's a survival mining game, so if you watch my Minecraft stream, and yeah, I beat the Ender Dragon with a hoe. If you haven't seen that, please go check it out. It's a very unnormal way for a man to take down the Ender Dragon, but you know what? I'm nothing if not bizarre. Seem to have managed to keep our... I'm not going to ask questions. No, that's on the ship, that's why. Let's make the metal plating. Let's make the launch fuel. Done. Okay, let's charge the launch thrusters. Nice work, Tanto. I like what you're doing. Okay, let's take off. And we're up. Get out into space. There's our base off planet. Let's boost out. Let's leave the atmosphere, up through the upper ionosphere, out into the cold embrace of space. Here we are. Okay, now if we look up on the top there, just above Go Tanto, Go Tanto away, you can see my you can see almost a head-up display just above the cockpit. That's telling us where, there we go, space station. So we're just gonna, Tanto, it's gonna take a day at this speed. Something tells me streaming for a day, not gonna cut it for you guys. So we're gonna boost. 36% fuel remaining of that. This could be an issue. We're nibbling into our reserves, but that's fine. Another slurp of blue milk as we engage hyperspace. It's not warp speed, but it's impulse speed. If you're a Trekkie, just to help you understand the relative speed we're travelling at. I know we fly through these minefields. I like these asteroid fields. I'd like to create a story that we can almost become a light beam at this point, and we exist in, through, and therefore this sort of stuff's fine. We just bounce through it, travel through it. We become separated molecules. Although we feel solid and we can see our craft, there's an RPG sci-fi reason why we can fly through these. I'm sure Hello Games will come up with something far more eloquent than that, but okay, we're the wrong side, so we'll just manually drive us through, and then we'll get Tanto to parallel park us right in the middle of where we need to be. Obviously I don't want to ding the paintwork. I'm looking at trading this old girl in at some point in time, and I certainly want to get maximum bang for my buck. There's the automated landing lights. We just need to give Tanto a quick helping hand. Don't you dare attack me. There we go, Tanto's in charge. Tanto's going to parallel park us on a pinhead. Touchdown. Here we go. Welcome to Homing's Novax Station Town. You're not going to say that in a hurry, are you? What have we got? Retro Gamer Thomas telling us his space meal. He's got rehydrated jacket potato salad and smoked salmon tray tea, George, tonight. Excellent. If you're eating your tea while watching this, and let's face it, it's the best way to consume YouTube content. Best way. Let me know what you're eating. If you want to interact with the podcast, obviously we don't just do a stream, or I don't just do a stream. We also have a weekly podcast, which is on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher Tuning, Castbox, all those places you find a Big Boys podcast. Omelette and chips on the way, says Gasolscape. So he's got his rehydrated omelettes and chips. Just careful when you rehydrate that egg, friend. When you just pop that, when you pop the foil packet comes in. No, wait, get back. I'm queuing for this. Like a proper British person, I've got in a queue. I don't need to. I'm too hot and sunburnt to think about eating right now. You need to go lie down in your zero-G chamber and just take a load off. Okay, we want to buy. Let's see if there's some oxygen for sale. There is. I'm going to blow the money on this. I know everyone's like, oh, oxygen's a very simple material to get. Not in our system. So we're going to pay the big bucks. Retro Gamer Thomas says the podcast's unmissable. Checks in the post. Alright, 68 units of that purchased. Now we can craft that suit oxygen extender, which should help us just get our feet. Excellent. That should help us survive a little. No. Let's put the oxygen that's left in it. Now we're starting to win. Okay. Now let's get clever. Let's save the launch fuel because we're still early. We're still very embryonic, and use this to warp down to our base, the Enerin outpost. Let's go. Tanto will bring the ship automatically and land it at our feet, but we'll take the shortcut. Somehow Tanto always manages to get there before me, but it's fine. This blue milk's going down a tree. It's not quite like the green milk that you see him drinking Last Jedi. That's bitter, and a rather strange experience to obtain from the creature. Blue milk, bantha milk, it just comes in a carton. Slurpy slurps. Yeah, Bantha milk for the win. So we're taking this shortcut because we're trying to save launch fuel. Hello there, Elliot. How are you? Are you going to tell me you enjoy extracting green milk from a creature that almost looks like it's smoking a cigarette, post-coital action, or are you more into the blue milk? Right, okay. Let's set up our... Didn't mean to do that. You know what? When I dug that hole underneath our base, I really wasn't engaging my gamer brain. I was being a bit of a dum-dum. Where's our... Come on. Think, George. On the starship, which is close enough. Where's our portable refiner gone? Oh dear. Please, Lord. I saw it before, and now it's gone. Am I being a dum-dum? No, I'm not. Maybe if we just select portable refiner from the tech, it will just drop it on the floor. I'm hoping so. Yes. Excellent. The game's being kind to us. Place. Right, now we need some copper deposits. We know there's some around. We'll do a quick scan. Scan, Tanto. What have you found me? I need copper, friend. It's uranium. That's not what I need. That's uranium. I said copper, Tanto. I suggest you give me copper. Silver, no. As much as that would be nice. Silver. Tanto, I need copper. Friend, I don't think you quite understand what I've said to you. Copper, there it is. Prefer my gaming juice. Gamer Juice was the sponsor of the Minecraft videos. We've already raided this copper, but we'll do what we can to get some little bit more out of it. We need some condensed carbon as well, so we're going to have to cut the trees down like an absolute brute. Yeah, we did already pillage this copper. I've walked into 2 killing plants now. It was foolish, but it's okay. It's okay. Right, what we got? We've got the dregs of what's left here, haven't we? So we'll take it. Hopefully it'd be enough. Do a good job cleaning all this up. Whoa, 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 shouldn't have done that. Hopefully we don't need to be around here forever. There's more where that came from, and that's good news. Get as much as we can. Okay, brilliant. Those rings on around that planet there, they look absolutely gorgeous. It's one of these moments where, as beautiful as it looks, it's actually a deadly environment. There's the love mussel trees. There's a gaggle of those up there. Let's get them. Let's get them. Life support's 25%. Oh, don't investigate me now, drones, please, because I'm about to cut some trees down. Off you go. He's satisfied that we're being good boys. As soon as his back's turned, we'll get back to it. Radiation's dropping fast. Nothing to charge it with. I could really do with him going away. Get that love mussel. Gonna get the love mussel. He's not gone. He doesn't trust me. Where's the ship? The ship's in this direction. We cannot die now. We cannot afford to die now. We might die. The slow crawl. Please. Just need to get inside and everything could be okay. I'm getting absolutely irradiated here. Like a Chernobyl fruit veg market salesman that didn't get the memo that the place was dangerous. Oh, game. As beautiful as you are, you're being very mean to us. Gonna need carbon. It's a fact. Let's let that charge up. We're playing on survival, so it's really punishing we're playing it. I'm tempted to restart on normal. Can we do that? Not going to probably let us, is it? General options. No. No. While we're here, can we invert flight? Flight controls. Let's invert those. Done. Now we won't be making, although it's going to take me a while to get reused to it. I may have bought 3 more games today, one of which stupidly don't have the console to play it on. Was that the NES game? Don't worry about it. It's fine. NES is come and NES is go. That's carbon. We're just going to have to branch out and take whatever life gives us at this rate. There's a love muscle tree there. Why won't you mine that? Mine this tree. Fine, let's take the love mussels. Okay. Doesn't seem to want to mine anymore. Seemingly was it acknowledging that we were mining anything there? Now it is. Scaring off the local wildlife. We've got all Minecraft on it. Never forget your origins. Chronicles is here. I hope you're well, dude. We're trying to scratch a living as a miner in this game. It's certainly hard graft. Eating Honey Nut Cheerios. There's a man who stuck the space theme on board. He's got his rehydrated Honey Nut Cheerios. Beautiful. Although I did get a game on Vita, but turns out Minecraft plays slightly different than on Vita. Only very slightly. I still enjoy it on the Vita. It's probably one of my most played Vita games. I imagine you can probably believe that from me. I'm a bit of a sucker for the Minecrafts, obviously. Ghost Hunter, Bobby. Let's put the carbon in there so we can mine. We're on a path of very ever diminishing returns at the moment in this game. I'm just thinking once we get a little bit more legs in the game. Right, where's the dihydrogen jelly and carbon? Haven't got enough to make a dihydrogen jelly. What we're gonna do? What we're gonna do, gamers? We're stuck again, aren't we? Did I set this off? Would help if I set it off. You need to turn the cooker on if you want to eat the food. Simples, really. Moans and years. I don't know what that is. I don't know what media Chronicles of a Gamer and Retro Gamer Thomas are sending between each other, but moans and years suggests it's probably not PG. If it's the PS2 game Ghost Hunter, great title. If you want to see a game that makes the PS2 sing like an opera singer mid-warble, Ghost Hunter certainly makes the PS2 work its socks off. Is that going to be carbon? Maybe. Certainly going to need a lot of carbon. No, that's advanced ferrite. We're investigating. Just investigate something else. Okay? I'm busy. Yeah, well, the good news is We've got some oxygen. It's only 9. But it'll do for now. Okay. Right. Next on the list of things we need to achieve. Never heard of that, George. Have you not? It might have a different name. It might have a different name in the good old US of A, Bobby. It might just have a different name. This is what it looks like in PAL, but I think it's got a different cover art as well. I do believe it may have a different name, but yeah, that was a game made the console absolutely sing. It's a Sony Cambridge game, so obviously they know how the inner workings of the PlayStation works, and they extract almost. Remember the game Black? Certainly to that standard of graphic for a PS2 Xbox era title, it looks good. Great game. I implore you to check that out, good friend. I do believe, I'm pretty confident now as I say it, that it had a different name in the States. A quick Google will provide you the answer. Sometimes my encyclopedic knowledge of games falls a little short. Yeah, well, if you want to play the best Ghostbusters game ever made that's not a Ghostbusters game, then that's the one. This is Carbon 2. It's an ugly looking thing, so let's get rid of it. Different cover, same name. Ah, right, okay, there you go. Definitely one for you to check out. Should imagine literally only pennies as well. Once we've got this carbon, we can fuel. Red's here. Stephen, forget about me. The most important question, friend, is how are you? When you become part of the community, I care more about you than I care about myself. Do me the honour of you do me the pleasure of your company. I'm very good, Stephen. Where was I when this came out? I don't know. Probably kissing girls. You asked first. Well, then I'm all right. I'm having a good day. I'm better now that I'm streaming, playing a game, talking to all you wonderful people, and trying to make any scratch in existence. Although pretty frugal right now, as a space miner, living out here in the shadow of this solar system. They're making us work for it. They're making us work for it big time. Right, we'll put that on the starship because we've got the space. Now if we can put in here this 110 carbon that we've got, now we can make condensed carbon gamers. We need 20 of those. Probably overcooked it, but that's me, classic me. I've gone and overcooked it. It's fine. Those wonderful looking butterflies outside, they can survive in a toxic atmosphere, but I can't. It's seemingly we've gone the wrong side. This planet is the wrong side of social media. There's nothing but toxicity, and it kills us outside. Okay. No more dogs will die. No more dogs can die. That's good news. If you've watched the Minecraft series, then you know that my relationship with man's best friend was not great. Okay, can we craft an antimatter? Let's see. We can. Let's craft it. Craft the product. Said we needed to make the housing, didn't it? Warp cell. What do we need for that? An antimatter housing. Well, tell me how to make an antimatter housing then, game. Oxygen, ferrite dust. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. So you're on a Planet Twitter copy? Yeah, Planet Twitter is where I am. Let's take the... No, we don't want to put any more in, but we will pick this up. R3 to pick up. What we'll do is we'll blast off this planet, up through the atmosphere, into space. We'll go to the space station, we'll buy some more oxygen, It's like BOC gases up there. They're supplying us with all our gases that we need. We took off. It's probably the last. You've re-inverted the controls, George. Don't be soft. Get out. Oh, a bit of a late night gaming session for RGT, and probably a craft ale or three. Seeing as he's got a day off. You know what he's like? Right, space station. Arrive in 3 hours. You've inverted the controls. How embarrassing. Right, go. 9% fuel should do the job. In fact, wait. If we just harvest some of this will give us the fuel we need for the pulse engine, which is how we travel within the solar system. Should give us some tritium. We're getting all the rare resources. I don't want that. You see, we can afford to move some of these back to our exosuit now. Job done. And the vortex cubes. Job done. Okay. Right. We're looking for tritium. Tritium hypercluster. New item recording. Gold nugget. Well, maybe we're going to make our fortune out here with a new gold brush. That would be of interest now, wouldn't it? Right. More tritium. Okay. Now we can charge the pulse engine, I believe. I am right. I was going to say as always, but that's not the case, is it? Right. Space station, please. Tanto. Find me the space station. There you are. Right. Engage pulse engine, Tanto, go. I really should set a late night game so we've got 26-ish games to get through. Yes, you do, Elliot. You're not just a gamer, you're a very naughty boy. Here we go. Stacks of games, although I'm as guilty as Elliot. See a game for right price to pick it up. Oh, I'll get that, I say. Don't know when I'm going to get round to playing it, but certainly during lockdown, it was a good experience to have plenty of games to pick from. I was sport for choice, and then ended up playing all the Assassin's Creed games. What was I thinking? What was I doing? Not safe to be let out, really. Backlog of Shame all over again. Don't ever mention the episode Backlog of Shame. Savage. Right. We want to buy... No, I want to buy oxygen. I think that's what we needed to make this godforsaken antimatter housing. We'll get 50. No, we'll get 100. We can afford it. Stand back. I'm using the cash point. I'm using Space eBay right now. Therefore, you can't. Back up. It's that guy with an upside down iron for a head, or is it a studio light? I don't know. Either which way. Well, there's a few of them. Strange looking fella. Right, presumably now we can create the antimatter. We don't like Matthews. No, it's not that. We like Matthews. It's an antimatter housing. Done. Now we can create. Now. I've still got a backlog from the 90s. You heard it here first. Well, we've got a warp cell, guys. We can now travel at the speed of light. How does that feel? We are going places. All of a sudden we're starting to feel like we're someone in No Man's Sky. After 2 episodes of being literal dirt on the shoe of the universe, we are now someone that can leave this wretched system that we started in and hopefully go somewhere a little bit more hospitable, where we can start to craft ourselves. You want me to fuel the ship? It would be my absolute honour. We need to go to the... No, we need to go technology. And in here, we can pop our warp cell. Done. Yes! Let's go out. Tanto, initiate takeoff. Take me out to space. Right. Galaxy map. No. There's the galaxy map. Down on the D-pad. Select your galaxy map. Literally only going to let us warp to the very next system. There it is. Seems like it's... Not a lot there though, is there? That's the only place we can go. We can try it. Can't be any worse, can it? Don't make jelly is the new what do we need? Gamers, sticks. Absolutely. We still need sticks in this though. We still need to punch trees. This is how low far we are down on the pecking order of No Man's Sky right now. It's a little disheartening feeling, but don't worry about it. We'll soon have 8-wheeled vehicles touring across a low gravity moon while harvesting a bountiful selection of different materials. Right. Be kind to us. Let's scan. If this is another irradiated planet, I'm going to eat my knee cap live on air. It's a hot planet. Hyperdrive error. No, don't do this to me, Tanto. Warp fuel depleted. Searching for a fuel source. We can make fuel. We don't need your silly ideas, Tanto. Obtained. Oh, we've got that glitch. We never paid for the Kaspersky upgrade on the antivirus, and since then we've had this 1616 malware. Not happy. Not happy at all. Okay, look, listen. To shut you up, I'll take it. Okay, guidance accepted. Plotting route. We can choose to ignore this come the moment because we want to. It's a hot planet. What's this one? Scan. Tell me what you are. A flourishing planet. And it's where the fuel source is. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. It's the wrong game, but it doesn't matter. Right, let's get there. It can take 5 days. I say we cut the sides off of that and enter warp mode. Go! It's actually decent outside in New York City. Hot time, summer in the city, back of my neck feeling dirty, gritty. All the people gather round, Strongle, flip-flop, dongle in the town. Oh, gamers, look at this. Is that grass? If it ain't grass, it's green rock. We can pretend. At least we don't have to cut the grass. Yeah, nice work, Tanto. You nearly crashed the ship. I haven't paid off the HP loan on this. Looks like grass to me. Tanto, we're going to have to get a touch-up paint stick now. It's not a cool look, really, friend. There's a lot of trees about. See if you can... Tanto, why don't you land me here? Good work, Tanto. Oh, let's hope the temperature's something reasonable. Refreshing breeze. Sentinels require obedience, so flora is generous, fauna is occasional. It's a healthy 24.9 degrees C, there's only 0.9 rads, and there's only 8.7 toxicity. This is somewhere we can exist for a little while we get ourselves set up in the game a little bit better. Oh, hallelujah. Those first 2 episodes, I'll be honest with you, took it out of me. Right, as you go through the game, you stumble across these stones. Now, if you interact with these, you learn one word from that chosen Gek vocabulary. And from there, as you travel through, you slowly start to work out a little bit more about the language. And then when we speak to these aliens, we start to understand a little bit more of what they're saying. How wonderful is that? I've learnt the get word for friend, which could be useful. And we've learnt the get word for the. So as long as he calls us Gek the friend, we're now fluent in Gek. Sounds nice to me. This planet's got... This has got a little bit of me written all over it. I can absolutely devastate that forest. We'll absorb all the carbon. We'll have zero guilt about it. And we can really level up. I think we may have already found one of our forever homes. Let's get this dihydrogen, that cheeky little bit hiding there. Alright, fine, don't give it to me then. See if I actually care. Because I don't. There's plenty more where you came from. We're going to have launch fuel coming out of our ear holes. Life support's barely going down. We're now classed as a hiker. We've travelled 30... Can we have this? Carbon, condensed carbon, baby. Craft another warp cell as well. Do you know what? I love it when this game's kind. And we've just got lucky. So 29 in Lincoln. Was that in August last year? I tell you what, it has been hot here in sunny Lincolnshire. I went outside earlier and thought my shoes had stuck to the floor. The floor is literally melting. There's another Gek stone over there, which we can maybe expand our vocabulary with. More dihydrogen. Perfect. Maybe a cave to explore. Oh yes. This is a little bit more like Minecraft now. Our life support's barely going down, so now we know the word for I. We've learned 5 words. Like a small toddler, we can now communicate with others in a very limited form. Retro Gamer Thomas extolling the virtues of living near the coast. Oh, I wish we'd started on this planet, because from a Let's Play point of view, and a sort of teaching you what I know about this game point of view. Hostile creature. I'm sorry, mate, but you're going to have to just perish. You didn't like that, did you? Well, don't be hostile. Can we scan a dead animal? Yes, we can. No, I've no shame. There's me having a hunting picture with a dead animal. Let me get down next to it. Cheese. Shameful. But it had to be done. It was that, or it savages to death. And I made the choice of my own life and preservation over it. Let's crest out over the valley that we went in, the little divot. Grass seems to be less fluent up here, but another hostile creature. No. Oh no, no, don't do that to me. I'm trying to stop myself from dying. Can't you see, Sentinel, that if I don't exterminate this dude, he's a strange looking cat-faced, horned looking creature. Okay. Okay, he's pretty nasty. No! We were doing so well, and then we angered the local population. Unfortunate. It's okay though. Whoa, what is that? Whatever it was, it just tried to belch acid at us, which is probably not very healthy for us. Let's get some more of this gathered up. We'll make a couple of the essentials. Definitely get Death Stranding. You got Last of Us 2, goodness sake. I don't know what more you could want from a game. But Death Stranding would probably also be a good choice. There'd be 2 recommends from me. Very, very good games, in my opinion. And there's nothing to, from a Death Stranding point of view, it's not that hard a game. And if you liked, you mentioned to me the other day you played and liked Firewatch. If you like that, I think you'd really like Death Stranding. I really do. I really, really do. Right, let's just hop in here, see if we can make some launch fuel. Obviously, that's a consumable that never seems to stop taking. We need 1 more dihydrogen, then we need some ferrite dust for some metal plating. That's fine. I think that's an achievable. There it is. Dihydrogen crystals, literally a stone's throw. I've got Ghost of Tsushima and Iron Man coming as well. Ooh, I ain't got Iron Man physical. Probably need to get that ordered then. I do. From what I've seen of that recently, I've seen some new footage and some other bits and bobs. Probably I can share with you. You've probably all seen it, but you can... the demo that we got for Iron Man on PSVR is actually a demo they used to showcase the game about 24 months ago. And so that was a wonderful thing to let us have a play with as a demo for the game. But the actual game that's going to get released has got so much more to it. If you remember what Batman... What the... Did you just see that? Did you see that? Look at that. Oh. That's awesome. Let's get some ferrite dust. Give me all the ferrite dust, baby. We're a ferrite dust miner, which basically means we're a bottom feeder, much like a prawn. We're the prawn of No Man's Sky. Let's get all this ferrite dust gathered up. We've upset a sentinel, so we'll get him on board the ship. Yes. Metal plating. Why haven't I got enough to make it? 5 short. Story of my life. Right, that's pure ferrite. We're not going to be able to harvest that yet. We haven't quite got the tooling for that. That's diamond pickaxe territory. This rock that Tanto's landed us under, let's get that gone as well. Investigating the drones, in we get. I tell you what, there's a nice way for you to get a couple of more move controllers, Retro Gamer Thomas. Although you've been spending some money on games recently. Although I've had a word with your good lady, aka Babe. She says it's fine. You've earned it. You're a good dad. You're a good husband. It would be her honour to let you spend the family pension fund on games. No, babe. Listen. Stop now, babe. Listen to him. Games are his release. He said to me he'll stop drinking if you just let him buy more games. He never said that, right? I'm just trying to think of a way to get more budget allocated. Right, launch thruster. Let's put some in there. Easy said, harder to justify. Excellent news. Okay. That's looking a bit desperate, isn't it? Have we got enough dihydrogen to make some jelly? Or do we need to make life support gel? A dihydrogen jelly. 40 dihydrogen. Okay. Let's continue our slow but certainly more friendly collect of raw materials than on the other planets. Sodium deposit. Can't we use sodium? We can use sodium, can't we? Oh wow. Oh wow. Look at this. Sodium. I think we can power up our life support systems with that. This cave begs investigation, doesn't it? Oh, careful. Scan everything. It's an unidentified plant. What will it give us? Cobalt. Very interesting. Okay, this cave seems to be a little bit deep and dark, but we're a brave space adventurer, so it makes only sense to me that we check this out. Keeps going down as well. Okay. There's a set. It might be a US exclusive, but I don't think it is. Where you can get Iron Man PSVR in a cool box, display box, say about yay big, yay tall, comes with 2 moved ones, because they're essential for Iron Man the game. A humming sack. Oh wow. Aluminum pearls. We've got a whole set down here. Let's scan these. I do believe these are something that we can certainly transact. So we will. Because we are ever the opportunist when we play a survival game. We're the opportunists. We take a situation and we make it work for us. It's good that they're in here. Something, again, it's been a while since I played No Man's Sky. Played it when we had when it first launched. I loved it. And I used to think the Sentinels used to chase you if they saw these on you, on your person. So we need to be a little bit sneaky when we return to the surface. When they open, I mean, ugh, look at them. Pretty gross. Like an alien egg from the film, from Ridley's Aliens. What's this? Unidentified plant. Scan. Scan everything. It's how you get money. Either normal game or game with controller. Cheaper to get the game with controller than controller, then separate and a separate game of that. Agreed. I want the mining laser. Awesome sauce. Right, what have we got over this ridge? We could build a base in here. We could build a flipping base in... Yo! Yo, yo, yo! No thank you. We could just fill this cave with our buildings and structures. Okay, that was unfortunate. Let's recharge that with that small amount of carbon that we've got. Okay. I think we got away with that. Oh my goodness gracious me. And that's the thing about this game. Okay, not only is it massive, however many quintillion systems and planets, but each planet you find things like this mine, this cave system that goes on and on and on, and twists and turns as it dives deeper into the planet's surface. It boggles the mind. It boggles the mind. If we build a base here and then fly off to the other end of the galaxy and back again, it'll be exactly as we left it. You've got to be impressed by the technological feat of this game, if nothing else. And I could terrain manipulate, much like Minecraft. I could dig up to the surface now, if I wanted to. I don't want to, because I find this cave structure almost beautiful in its peacefulness. Man has never set foot down here. We are the first explorers to peek deep inside. Maybe we should do it like David Attenborough going forward. Deep inside the caves on the planet Edwardian Hizon, there is a subterranean cave complex, never before seen by man. Here, on No Man's Sky, we take you deep inside as we explore its strange and diverse ecosystem. From the egg-like abdomen pearls and the strange hibernation sequence that caused their very laying, to the strange stalactite-looking structures that indeed are organic in their makeup and classed as a plant. Never before in the history of humankind have we had our perceptions expanded and challenged in a way. Here on Earth, we are carbon-based life forms. Here on Edwardian Hizon, these items are made up and built from a cobalt-based life ecosystem. It's strange and diverse biological tweaks that make them very different to ourselves. Here on Edwardian Hizon, the common in the universe cave marrow grows with a purple hue to attract this planet's own bizarre yet interesting pollinating creatures. Join us now as we explore the story of the Edwardian Hizon bee. Its life cycle very short. Only a matter of hours does the bee exist, but within that time he proves to be a very productive member of this diverse ecosystem. We've travelled here on our ship, the Radiant Pillar, across many miles of space to discover this green, lush, wonderful, untouched world. You didn't get this much tips on Minecraft, peeps. Subscribe. You didn't get this many tips. All fabricated in my own mind, but never to worry about that. Again, the lone explorer uses his visor to track this, what can only be described as hazardous flora. It's dying out here on the barren grasslands, its knotted root structure and its ability to extract carbon as its nutrient source. Here, we help it shuffle off its mortal coil, and it reacts violently with its snatching, pincer-like mouths, leaving behind a ferrite dust root. The tall trees, known on this planet as Morcadilus, high metal content, unlike any tree we've seen on Earth. Its intertwining vine-like structure wrapping round a central core, resembling on Earth what we would call a palm tree, yet with fur-like leaves and fronds. This certainly is an interesting creature. Man is in an expansive, unrelenting quest, harvesting it without a care. The tree has grown for over half a millennia, yet it took less than a blink of an eye for this lone explorer to bring down. It's carbon fueling his mining equipment, further wreaking devastation across the planet. All gone in the blink of an eye.
absorbed. Here we are back aboard the biological navigator ship, the Radiant Pillar, on board a vast array and suite of technological and biological atmospheric testing equipment. He's looking at crafting. He needs more oxygen for his life support. Iron Man is out on the 3rd or 4th of July from memory.
We need more dihydrogen. Where is it? Scan. Come on, baby, give me dihydrogen. No. Okay, that's fine. We've got those big crystals, but we've already harvested these. Life support systems at 10%. Maybe George done the voiceover for a David Attenborough. Shh.
Shh. On this barren world, there a hostile creature just precipices over the boundary hill, fiercely guarding his territory. He wants a slice of this lone explorer, and the lone explorer doesn't want a slice of him. It's understandable. Deadly. Its horns made out of pure carbon plunge deep into an explorer's chest, expulging blood and other visceral bodily matters. This is an issue. Give me more dihydrogen now.
Yeah, I could do without that. Oh no. Craft the product. How short are we? Oh my goody aunt. Can we make a jelly? Oh my god. Now we can make a jelly. Now we can make a life support gel. If I've done nothing more than help Babe, mission accomplished. Iron Man special order. I want that one, you little rat! I want that one! Where's my Babe? 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 We don't call you Babe. I call you Babe. Where's my Iron Man? I've gone from the manly husks of David Attenborough to a whingy kid. I'm an Iron Man! What's going on? Okay. I'll have to buy my own Iron Man, won't I? That's what I'll have to do.
Here under the shade, it crafts out this beautiful looking green planet. Oh, another creature. Shh. Let's observe quietly at a distance. Not the plant, but that lizard.
No. Scan the creature. Don't be hostile. He's cautious. That means we can approach. He's a fine.
This reptilian-looking creature, the Nitome.
I'm stoked. You needed that controller to actually make your PSVR work. So I think actually you could argue that that's an investment because you weren't getting the full You weren't really getting the full hit out your PSVR there, were you, without those? And you'll be able to play this now with the individual hands. More dihydrogen. Let's get that. To me, this is the staple of new No Man's Sky. Lots of colour in this game. Isn't it beautiful? And I tell you what, everything's so diverse. Like the last planets we were on, brutal pinks and greens, almost sort of highlighting the toxicity of the planet. But here, in what seems to be a relatively safe planet as far as toxicity and temperature go, being a very pleasant. Whatever you do, just don't move. Pretend you're a tree. It's happy. Problem solved. Problem solved. Do with a bit more ferrite dust. Of that I'm convinced. We'll pop down our portable refiner. I think we might even pop down a base computer here, you know. Because it's proving to be a very, very welcoming planet. We can build a home here in that cave, I'm thinking. I think we're done with this game. We don't need to travel any further. We've peaked. Some abandoned cargo fallen from a lost freighter in space, which is absolutely brilliant. My Minecraft just updated. Is that the new Minecraft update we're talking? It is 1.17, or I think it's called, or 1.16. It's the Nether update, which we'll be covering next Monday on Minecraft Monday. Now we get an oxygen capsule. My Gideon. And health. Brilliant. Oh, look, a baby. That's maybe why the mother was cautious. Detail was cautious, because it's got its small child in accompaniment with it. Can we get close? Shh, 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 shh. Come on now. I don't want to anger the mother, but let's have a nice close look at him. Minecraft gets many, many updates as the game changes and evolves over time. You certainly can't say Minecraft rests on its laurels. It has, if you've listened to our episode, The History of Minecraft, which I'm sure you have, Microsoft spent a lot of money to acquire Minecraft and Mojang, a dihydrogen jelly. Are you kidding me? Still, this helps to prepare, and they have a 100-year plan for Minecraft. Can you believe Microsoft have a 100-year plan for that game? They, you can't fault them, can you? 100 years from now, who's going to still even, is Minecraft even going to look like it did then? It's going to be an interesting journey. Retro Gamer Tom's got to go. I'll catch up later on. Cheers. Well, thank you. Thank you to everyone that tunes in, even if it's just for 2 seconds to decide it's not their cup of tea. And if you're a new but silent voice out there, I know it's crazy, Red. 100-year plan. How does a company even put together a 100-year plan? If you're watching and you're not sure, click subscribe anyway. You know what? It changes my life. And you never know. You might make some new friends in the chat. You'll certainly make a friend of me as we on the road to 1 million subs. 1 million subs. You've got to set your stall out, gamers. You've got to set your stall out. Sodium. More sodium. Take. Taken. Let's scan this material here. What we got? Abius feet. I wonder if we can almost Darwin-like map and record every single thing on this planet. Let's try. If you go in the sub-menu, it'll let you know these ferns, they're also scannable. What are they called? Small Moclodicus. Well, I'm all out of blue milk, and I've got no game juice. I have to sell my soul on the internet to get myself a copy of Iron Man PSVR and some Gamer Juice. Sponsors of this playthrough, obviously Gamer Juice was the playthrough sponsor of... Whoa, we know those plants are dangerous, we'll avoid those. Great big Venus flytrap like cretins. Star brambles. Now, is this going to kick off if we harvest this? Uh-oh. We don't need you. Coming for us. Back up. Seems to have chilled him out. We got into his area and he didn't like it, did he? What, he scanned it? Okay. His star brambles. We need a hazmat gauntlet to pick them up. Of course, I remember now. Well, yeah, but fortunately for Mojang, they seem to have all their stuff together, don't they? Thankfully. So I don't think Microsoft would be doing really well to destroy Minecraft, I tell you. That's another variant. No, it's that creature, but it's got... This variant's got these strange sort of flower-like items. This one's got a beak. And those flowers growing in its neck. Hello. He's certainly friendly. He's never met mankind before, has he? Therefore he has no fear. The mother watching cautiously as the young one inquisitively sniffs and burrows our leg. Unsure what to make of us. Certainly a very strange looking creature. Likes of which we don't have on Earth. Some more dihydrogen. Let's get it. Let's make a couple of launch fuels and get ourselves off the bottom end leagues. Try and make something of our lives in No Man's Sky. You don't know how happy I am that we've actually found a planet that's survivable. Because when I first started streaming this game in the first episode, I was terrified that it was going to be like this the whole way through. Because sometimes you just get unlucky with the game. And I thought, oh no, diversity makes the worlds all the more believable. Oh, they certainly do, Red. You could spend... This planet is big enough where you could just spend 40, 50 hours on this planet, just happily mooching about. We won't do that, of course, because we're trying to make our way through the game. There's a couple of end games in this, and there's loads of technologies to explore and certainly capitalise on, which we'll do. But for now, this you can actually walk in one unending line as long as there's no rivers or oceans, really. Although if you've got submarine or other craft, you can circle the whole planet, the whole globe, every single planet you can do that on. There's a multitude of different bases dotted around that randomly generate, and this, like I say, if you do the research, I think it's 7 quintillion planets. Or maybe even systems, and then they've all got surrounding planets that all procedurally generate. But if you had this game, Red, and you came to this planet, you would find it exactly as I'm leaving it, with all these materials harvested, and if I built a base, you could see it. And so far, this planet, I'm the first person to set foot here, which gives you this. This is when the game first launched. I was just thought, well, this could eat your life away. Yeah, well, when I started playing it again the other day, it got its tentacle-like grips back on me, and I didn't want to stop playing. I got Last of Us purring down there, and I'm like, well, maybe I should just do a little bit in my world in VR, because in VR, again, it's the same game with the move wands, so you can independently control your hands and your lasers, and it's a different interface. Admittedly, you have this little display appear on your arm, much like this menu here, and you press, instead of me having to drag the cursor over and press, you just press the items with your fingers, and you get sucked into it even more. You got full locomotion. I think this is your first time joining us on this stream, so I'll just show you quickly inside the ship, Red, and show you how the level of effort they've gone to make sure that you are absolutely encapsulated in this world in VR. Because obviously when you walk up to the ship in this game, you still hold square when you're close enough to get in. But you see those handles, that handle there and that handle there, you grab them with your hands in VR and pull back and up, and that lifts the canopy up. And you hold that left controller, which controls the speed, and then you hold that right hand stick, you reach down and grab it in VR, and that's how you fly the craft. Mind blown. And obviously all the different craft you can operate in the same way. Fair play to them. I think this game launched at a budget price of $29.99 from memory. Not even a full price game. And they got lambasted because it wasn't this and it wasn't that. But what it's actually become over time is a game that's quite literally astounding. Let's build a base here in this cave. I think that would be really, really cool. Let's... what on earth was that? Let's pop our portable refiner down just inside the cave. We've got a portable refiner. Why are you saying that we haven't got a portable refiner? That's fine. Let's harvest some ferrite dust. None of those ferrite dust. That will be ferrite dust. Let's get rid of these. We don't want that in our new home, do we? No, Georgie boy, we don't. Right, what's that? That's cobalt. Never any ferrite dust when you need it, is there? Look at that silver trace of sodium there. Sodium, I believe, is an interesting chemical because I think it reacts violently with water, doesn't it? Fizzles and creates a burning hot white light. Are we out of... is that why it's kicking off? The HUD's not there, is it? Now it is. Oh no. Life support's fine. Well, I'm very tempted to... Let's hop inside the ship again. Right, we need... I think we needed a metal plate, didn't we? So what have we got? How much ferrite dust have we got? We've got enough to make a metal plate, so we will. I think we've got enough to make... Let's make another metal plate. We can't. Okay. Yeah, we can. We need 50. Of course we do. Okay. Let's get out. Let's get ourselves some ferrite dust. It's available everywhere. Shop shelves everywhere. Boom. 6 of those. Oh, don't investigate. We're just scanning. Look, we're just scanning. I'm scanning. I'm just scanning. Why would I be causing any trouble, officer? I'm just here to scan. Scan this material. This is one that got up and walked away earlier. What's it say? It's a yeast colony. All these items on the left-hand side are procedurally generated as well, so sometimes you get some very bizarre stories of what these things are, but it all adds to it, doesn't it? It's alien. It's not going to make sense, is it? Ferrite dust. And that's what we need, gamers. We haven't scanned that. We will. These are the best kind of games. I think once I get the first part, once I've finished Last of Us once, before I go back and finish it again, I'm going to start... That's an unidentified material as well. I'm going to start my own save file because I see this as our shared game, so I don't cheat on this. Like I didn't with Minecraft. I didn't play it when I shouldn't be playing it. I only play it on air with you guys. But I'll start another save and play it through again in VR. I'm as happy as a duck in water with this game. I hope that comes across. Admittedly, it's not the mainstream success that maybe the Minecraft stream was, but hey, you can't play that forever. We've got some bits to go back to and do. And we will. I don't want anyone to think that we just abandoned it. Well, we kind of have. But not forever. You wouldn't do that. Can't please everyone all of the time, Reggie, right? And some people, when I first started streaming this, said, oh, I Minecraft, and I'm like, yeah, I understand that, but I can't play that game forever, and let's face it, 56 episodes, and the Ender Dragon beat, on hard, I mean, crikey, it took blood, sweat and tears, Red, you know that, you saw, you saw the journey we went on. I'd like to think that it was, as a reflective body of work, that Minecraft playthrough is something that we can all be collectively proud of. You, me, and everyone that was involved in it. It was a great experience for me, and I hope something that people can enjoy, and hopefully through that medium, it did get some good airtime on the channel. Yeah, it probably sort of overexposed me, probably spoilt me, didn't it, early on. Like, wow, is this what streaming's like? Awesome. But it wasn't going to be sustainable. I don't want to be known as a Minecraft streamer. Quite happy to be a streamer. I mean, at the end of the day, I suppose we just make good. We try and make good content. We've got the podcast. That's an interesting looking tree, isn't it? Look at that. We scanned you? Yeah. Variety streamer. As I say, to the small numbers, it's a boutique streamer, made really specifically for the very people that are watching. That's a cool looking mineral with those gold bars sticking out the side of it. Ground up shells. Boutique variety streamer. That's me. That's me. Absorbing these materials. More dihydrogen. The very bread and butter of this game, much like wood and cobble in Minecraft. And this game right now, if you've got an Xbox, it's free on Games Pass. I don't really think you can ask for much more. And if you were to pop down your local shop or get yourself on eBay, you could pick this game up for probably sub £15. That is a lot of content and not a lot of money. Bit like my streams. This is amazing. We're getting somewhere. Yeah. I don't know how they're able to, like, you know, I like to sort of craft a story as we're playing it. Just a light one, and then graft tips on top of that, and generally just have a chat and have some fun. You know, the story of the Wayne family and all the other stuff in the Minecraft playthrough, it was good, but 2 years on, would that still be of interest to people? I don't know, it's a tough one. I don't pretend to know or understand, I suppose. Maybe I don't understand what people want from a streamer. I'm sure I'll work it out one day. Were these poisonous? infrared radiation is their nutrient source. Something's definitely... it's that, isn't it? Let's get rid of that. That's causing us distress. Done. And we'll get rid of that as well, because it's not nice. I thought we'd scan that. Birdopedium. Birdopedium. Fascinating looking there. I should make that go away. It's obviously just glitching through the rock. And it was. Games have come a long way since Sonic the Hedgehog. It's funny you mention that, Red, because that's the game we're talking about this week on the podcast. You've allowed me a seamless link. So if you've got a memory of Sonic, you've probably already put it on there. You pop it on. I think we've all got a memory of Sonic, haven't we? You're a good man to me, Red, as always. You're a good man to me. Right, let's... looks like we're being investigated by the Sentinels again. I think now we can make another metal plate. 2 metal plates. Good. Okay. We're getting somewhere. And we can also make... What did we need for the portable refiner? We need oxygen. Didn't one of these plants give us oxygen? Where was that plant we were looking at? Is it this one? Carbon and nitrogen. That's fine. Let's do a scan. Tanto scan. Buried carbon. Wasn't that one? Access to oxygen's a little low here, isn't it? Which is what we need to create that portable refiner. And that... Hello, William. Are you well? I don't know if you know about No Man's Sky, friend, but this is the game we're streaming this week. It's Minecraft in space, but bigger than you can possibly imagine. More dihydrogen. We keep finding this, don't we? Let's get this. Wonderful looking blue stuff. Are you having a good day, William? Hope life's treating you well. Did any of these give us a secondary carbon? Carbon only. Carbon only. Come on, I need some oxygen. So we'll ask the AI to do a scan in a moment. It's just recharging the scanner. See if we can see anything. Scan. Scan. That's oxygen. That was lucky. Right next to some dihydrogen and some condensed carbon. Will.i.am. There's also a third person view for this game, which I shall share with you so you can see what we look like. There we are, just let the textures load in. There you go, so this is what we look like. And I think I can even wave to all the gamers. Hello gamers, do you like that? And I can say thanks for watching. And we can have our pack up look down here on this beautiful looking world. But we ain't got time to sit down. We need to get up and we need to mine. Let's first of all get this oxygen. So you can use the camera mode to find things too. It puts the game in pause state while you're using it. Oh, you mean if we go photo mode? Again, I'm not really a photo mode kind of guy, but I love it when I get a tip. Where was it? There it is. Oh, is that cheating though, Chalmers? Is that cheating? I hope you stick around. I hope you're enjoying the. It's cheating, he says. Yes. Ah! I don't like to cheat on the streams, but I think this is forgivable. No, it's not cheating. Oh, right, okay. Well, hopefully you stick around. You're enjoying it, was the yes, I hope. Unless you better clarify, because maybe you're saying yes, it's cheating, and no, you're not enjoying it. But either which way, if you subscribed and stuck around, I'd be very happy. Nice to meet you, sir. It depends who you ask. Well, I think for now we found out about that. I suppose the joy is in the. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Well, please subscribe and stick around. There's plenty of people in the comments to make you feel welcome, and hopefully you're enjoying the story of our adventures in space. When you go to a space station, you can change the colour of your suit and other bits, but it might be me. I know I played through the whole of Minecraft as Steve, but I really quite like this default orange skin. It's kind of like, in my mind, we're space miners. And we have this suit. You can change it though. You can get like a TV head. It's nothing too crazy. It's all in universe. So those aliens that we saw, I think they're called the Korvax. They're like sentient androids that sort of get occupied by a sentient consciousness. This is deep, Red. This is deep. And they can move between, and I think they're controlled at distance by this sentient consciousness, almost like a. And that's kind of how I see ourselves. When I play it in VR, I like to feel like I'm sat on a space station somewhere controlling this thing. So I'm there, but I'm not there. Kind of makes sense to me. Everyone else is switched off like, this guy's bonkers. I preferred his David Attenborough impression and it was rubbish. Yeah, that's probably true. But you look at this game, just him running through that grass with the light effects playing off his suit. Beautiful. Yeah, that's very deep. Well, you can't hold me responsible for that. Let's go back to first person view as we crawl around. We could actually continue exploring in this direction, couldn't we? Because it was certainly starting to provide us with some... So here's another top tip. If you press melee and X at the same time, you kind of forward blast with your rocket pack. We've been walking around on foot in a very, very small circle from our space craft, but you can. Life support system's at 35%. I'm fine with that because we've got a life support gel in our back pocket, and we're not afraid to use it. Oh my giddy aunt! The last planet we're on barely had any. And this one's got more than I can shake a stick at. That's why I'm having all my Christmases at once here. Let's get some more carbon in there. Oh, what the hell was that? That is the thing of nightmares. That is our anvil head. Hopefully he's backed off. Or maybe he's got a taste for blood. He has, hasn't he? It's not ideal. He's not prepared to let it go, is he? He's not prepared to let that go. Him and his mate. stalking us. This is not looking good. I wonder if we can get this creature into a... Oh no. Please. You could do with these in there. They are not prepared to let it go. Let's charge the life support. What can we put in here? Oxygen capsule. Let's do it. Has he left us alone now? Looks like he's had enough. All I can say to that is thank goodness, because that thing was absolutely horrific. No offence to its mum or anything, but nice to see Red and Chalmers getting on. Hopefully that means Chalmers is in for the long haul. So, let's see if we can craft another life support gel. What did we need? We need carbon, so we could punch a tree. Let's go full Minecraft. Let's go all the way back. I keep hearing footprints, footsteps. No one hears footprints. Footprints are silent. There's a big tree. Working from home, waiting on my CAD drawing to load on the work computer. It sounds like an interesting job, Chalmers. It's probably one of those jobs that sounds interesting to everyone else, but you're not that. You're probably bored of it. Maybe you love your work. I don't know. Maybe tell me. But I'm certainly honoured with your presence. I'm honoured with everybody's presence that stops by. So everyone that's watching now, like I always say, I'm not one of those million subscribed YouTubers. I'm just the guy doing his best, I suppose. So hopefully you're enjoying. Chalmers has said. He says he likes his work. That's good to hear. That is really good to hear. It's certainly nice to find a work that you find a passion in, because it certainly makes the whole experience probably more enjoyable. Doing something that you enjoy and getting paid for it. Chalmers sounds to me like a very nice way to earn a wage. Beautiful. Not a million subscribed YouTuber yet. Good things take time. They do. Hundreds of years. Like a slow build-up of geological... My YouTube career is measured in the same sort of states as geological formations. Millions of years in the making. What's this we got here? Sodium. Ooh. We're going to upset the Sentinel. I'd love a pet Sentinel in this game. Be game changing for me. Right, we're back. Now, can we now 100-year contract? You're right. YouTube will sign me up to a 100-year contract. The payoff will come eventually. And that's certainly something they can work with. Right. Now we can make our portable refiner. Excellent stuff. Excellent stuff. So now we've built that, we're going to build a base here, gamers. We need a base computer for that. We need chromatic metal. For that, we need copper. Is there any copper on this planet? Do a scan, Tanto. What have we got? Copper. Tag. So we'll maybe get that collected, and that will be, unless we discover something else along the way, I would say that would be a good day's work in No Man's Sky. And if you watch episode 1 and 2, you'll see how brutal our starting system was. I'm surprised we actually managed to get off that planet. We're playing in survival, so it's not normal mode. It's the bar permadeath. It's certainly the harder... Oh my goodness, you don't reckon that whole mound is copper, do you? That would be something special. Let's take a sprint down there. No, not looking like it is. See if we can get a scan on it yet. Might just be the other side of that hillock. That's not a swars. Also, no swars. No illegals content here. Wow, look at this. It's like a dried riverbed. Spanning the entire equator is the once filled and diverse riverbed, now dry. I'm starting a survival quote, mate. I died in permadeath Sunday, lost 40 hours. Ooh. Ooh. That's brutal, Chalmers. That's absolutely savage. Need you wellies for that riverbed. Oh dear. You could do with just giving up on us, creature. We don't want any beef. That's absolutely savage. It's one of the things that puts me off. It's always put me off. Like I say, I've had this game from launch and I've not played it in about 10 months and there's been changes. I've said this a million times on this playthrough already, but I personally liked the vanilla No Man's Sky when it first launched. That's a savage hostile animal. These hostile animals are absolutely terrifying in VR. No. Pack it in. I didn't want to kill you, but you kind of forced me to. A second of anger and a couple minutes to laugh it off. Laugh it off. Crikey, you. Proper dude. Fair play to you for having a crack though, I mean, full respect. Right, let's switch modes to the train manipulator and get ourselves this copper. Looks like a pretty big deposit to me. It's not all of this structure, but it's certainly the front edge. So we'll take this out, weapon charge depleted. This is what we're saving the... what we got here? Silicate powder. Let's use that. Wow, well. Good effort. It's one of the most rewarding games I've ever played. Hopefully it's nice to look at and watch. I love the aesthetics, the colours, the relaxed vibe normally. Sometimes it gets a bit stressful depending on the planet's toxicity level and temperature. Or the... it certainly makes you feel a bit... I always feel a bit sort of savage when you... beautiful looking planet and then we come along and we strip mine and plunder the place. It sometimes makes you realise quite the effect human beings can have on an ecosystem. Again, I've gone a little bit deep, but it's how the game gets you feeling. Right, ship was this way. Could do a jog. It's that plant, isn't it? It's that plant exploding. That's fine. It wants us to investigate this fuel source and we're saying no. No thank you. We want to build a base and certainly fill our inventories up with some of the more basic materials that have been so far in the game quite hard for us to find. There's our portable refiner and that's where we're heading to. So we're going to turn this copper into chromatic metals. That's a nice looking rock formation. Oh, Garterite. That's the story in our minds, Red. Do you know you can change the size of your train? Yeah. I did know that. I just find this first setting the most manageable. I try and do as little destruction as possible. I think it can go bigger and smaller, can't it? From the size I was using. Follow Starship automatic guide. One thing I don't like is, I probably should sack it off, but I'm trying to do like some tip series as well. When I first played No Man's Sky, it wasn't so contrived with the story and the tutorial. It kind of just threw you in at the deep end, and part of the joy of working it all out was the joy of working it all out. It's a lot more hand-holdy than it was, but saying that, there's a hell of a lot more systems and subsystems to think about and manage than there were before. This ancient alien structure with its strange carvings across it. We'll come back to that next episode. We'll make good. We'll make good. Yeah, I can see us building a pretty cool base in here. Just a small sort of mining base, somewhere to get in, let our systems recharge. Okay. Let's drop some fuel in this bad boy. Carbon itself was pretty plentiful, wasn't it? So we'll lob that in there. We're staying here for a while. 8 thumbs up. I'm getting somewhere, aren't I? A couple of new subscribers hopefully as well. And I feel like a very lucky boy. Like I say, it was always going to be a bit tough coming off of a very long Minecraft stream, navigating the audience. I'd like to think some of you will stayed around, and others will. I'll pick up new friends and viewers, which is part of the joy of YouTube streaming, I would say. Okay, I was frustrated when I first started. Found out you have to follow the storyline to a point to get further in the game. You kind of get, my thoughts exactly. I wish you could just sort of pick it up and drop it down, because when I first started this playthrough I went into space. I'll go to the space station, that'll sort me out. Wasn't there, had to do the story. And you're right, you have to follow it to a certain point and then you can discard it. Thankfully I don't think we've got much further to go before we can throw it away and craft our own story. Obviously the journey to the centre of the universe was the first sort of goal of the game, and if people haven't done that, then no spoilers, but certainly when it launched people weren't very happy about that. But to me, I'd have been happy with that, with what happens. I'd have been very happy with that indeed. But obviously it's, as always, different strokes for different folks. So 69 chromatic metals, which we will transfer to our exosuit. That should allow us to build the base computer on this planet. Yes, it does. Doesn't really matter where you build it, but there we go. It's cool. We can now, even though this is the base computer, we can pretend it's monitoring. This is the story you craft in your mind. It's monitoring this alien structure. It's a scientific monitoring device. I love the green screen tech. Whoa, there's an alien creature in here. One we haven't seen yet. Strange pustules all over its back. It's a Lemurexus. Does each planet have a weather system? Yes. Yeah. In episode 1 we were on a very brutal frozen planet, and it waved in with these minus goodness knows what ice storms, which wasn't very nice. His behaviour is cheerful. A skull full of holes. Let's get a bit closer to this chap. It's glitching on the terrain that we've manipulated. Fair enough. Offer food. We need the creature pellets. That's also new. He's got a slick back hairdo, hasn't he? Not only am I enjoying this game for streaming, I'm also learning big new words. Doogie. I don't know what words I've thrown out there, but I thought we got rid of all these? We can't have these in our new little mining house, den, can we? It's obviously regrown. You have got something like 5 different weather patterns. Okay, there we go. All the answers. Let's put that carbon in there. Don't need a lot. Just want to clear that out here. Thought we'd already done it. Done. Bonus of that, it did give us some oxygen. Oh, come on, Sentinel drone. What the hell? Fine. He's happy now. He's gone. Right. I think we're going to need carbon, aren't we, to create the wood platforms I'm thinking of using. We need a construction terminal for that. Which is fine. We can do that. Is that all the chromatic metals out of here? Yeah. So we're popping some ferrite dust. 162 of those. It's plentiful enough. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I never clicked the cook. I never pressed go on the microwave, did I? Shall we see if we can build another launch fuel? Done. Okay. Now we can fly around a little bit to our leisure as well. Night drifts in. The procedural cloud box rolls over. So we never finished our story of that dried riverbed. An arroyo, as it's called in Spanish. Dried, dusty river creek. Well, I'll tell you what we could do at some point in time if we do build a base in here. We could take this, we could mine that sodium deposit out and build up through it with a little watchtower. I think that would be quite cool. Who needs 17 quintillion planets when you've just got this one? Ewardian, Ewarnidin Hisn. If you can't pronounce it, make it up, because it's literally our own words. Excellent. We've got the pure ferrite. High capacity inventory. That's also new from memory. Don't remember that before. Let's go chop some of these trees down. That one in particular is, we haven't scanned it, so we will. Plant the UK flag on each planet. We would have to create it, but I think it's possible. Or something close. I want this big one because it looks out of place. It's what humans do. That don't look right. Get it gone. Hunt it to extinction. No, 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 creatures. I don't want your beef. I don't want beef with you. We're getting the ship to get rid of that problem. Is it gone? It's gone. Good. Excellent news. Right, surely now it'll let us create the base computer. He's still up there, isn't he? Don't come in here, don't come in here, don't come in here, don't come in here. We need the nanotubes. Move it to the exosuit. Let's make some... We've got some condensed carbon. We just need normal carbon. Very... Caves are mysterious, aren't they? A little bit sort of... I don't want to overthink it, but I sometimes find them like quite freaky. Real life caves, obviously. No Man's Sky caves and caves in Minecraft don't bother me so much, I'll be honest. But these have certainly got an allure all to themselves with that illumination, that sort of effervescent illumination coming from the the very strange plants and structures and growths inside that cave. Those sort of pink neon glows. Very interesting. Underwater caves are on another level, yeah, kind of. Did I read in the news that they'd found a cave that no human had ever been in recently, which is obviously radon gas. It's one of the what's the word I'm looking for? My old man will be screaming at me now. Is it a noble gas? Radon? Someone tell me, because I obviously have no idea. We can move the launch fuel into the starship close enough to allow us to do that. So here we can now make some nanotubes. I don't know, I'll have to Google that. Sounds interesting, yeah. Sure, they found a cave recently. I can't remember what country it was in. Something tells me South America, I might be wrong. That was never, no one had ever set foot in it before. And they stumbled across it, and it was, you know, it was certainly a sight to behold, I'll give you that. Where should we put this? Doesn't really matter where we put it, but I just want it to fit with the story that we're doing. Let's pop it in here. This is Tanto. This is Tanto's base version. The Mac Tower version of Tanto. We can always move him. What do you mean I've got no magnetised ferrite? I just thought I made some of that. What on earth did we... Oh, is it still in the cooker? No. Ah, do we need to put pure ferrite in that we've now made? And that makes magnetised ferrite. Yeah, let's do that. Cave in India. Maybe it is India. Forgive me. Could be. The picture I saw was sort of... How am I going to recreate this for you to see? Sort of a little circle with a very blue water with like a white yellowish coast sort of side section round the outside. If that's the one, then that's it. That's the one. Now we can put Tanto down. There's Tanto. It's going to allow us to... Oh, can we recharge? Must have been playing tricks on me. No. What we want to do... We need to set this as our base, don't we? Which I think is this. It could be a chimpy cave. What's a chimpy cave? Claim base. Done. There's that dry riverbed running through across the top, look. Amazing. Right, I've claimed the base. Now we can go, if I can sort myself out for a minute, I was all discombobulated, as I like to say. Now we can build structures. We can build some wooden floors in here to give us something to graft a foundation to. Well, that's not exactly what I had in mind, but whatever you want, game. What game did you get? It's a Vita addict now. I feel kind of guilty for this. Your good lady's going to absolutely hate me. Wait, I thought we'd made a gel. You have to be kidding me. Oh no. Let me tell you one thing. We cannot afford to die right now. This is a no, 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 no situation. Bonus stream? Lose myself in this game, don't I? Bonus stream. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, what can I discard? That. Life support gel. Please hurry. Oh, that was a moment. Don't let that happen to me again, gamers. That was the equivalent of eat. Okay? I needed eat. Crept out of nowhere. This planet's safe-ish. But you've certainly got to keep on top of your vitals. And I'll be the first to admit I got a little bit carried away there, didn't I? Making this obnoxious looking base. Which has now got floating items in it. Which is a little awkward. Of course I've got inventory full. Well, I think we're going to leave it there for today. The pearls can go. You can't do anything with them unless you go to the station to sell them. I was planning on doing that because I need cash. Need for Speed Most Wanted, Doogie. Great game. Great game on Vita. It looks amazing. You need all the room in the inventory you can have. I know. Or maybe because we've got a glut of launch fuel, we'll blast up to the nearest space station and we'll sell off those pearls. When I first played it, I'm sure they had a real high monetary value, but I'm sure they've got rid of that now. I think the eggs for those aliens that infest the sort of space bases, they used to have a large value, but getting them used to be quite hard. Obviously because these cretins were... I wish I could just... I won't be able to, am I? Switch mode. Do a barrel roll. Oh no, what am I doing? I wanted to rebuild. Why am I doing that? I'm pressing circle. I want to rebuild that surface. Well, I suppose I could. There we go. Just want a gradient. They are still high value. Oh, good. Getting them is going to take a certain amount of guts. Ah, so it's now going to let me do. Just want to. Just want to. No. I'm making a right pig's breakfast of this. I wanted it to be a gradual descent down into our base and almost have it sort of organically. Yeah, that's what I wanted. It's a pixelated breakfast, yes it is. Well, on that note, I'll get in and out the ship. We'll do some thumbs up with our character. I'll thank everybody, literally, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying the rather strange story I'm creating to go with this playthrough. And if you've liked what you've seen, please click like, please click subscribe. That would be really, really kind of you, and I'd super appreciate it. And I will restore point saved. Need to change the view first. It's going to be worth it. Maybe even use that as a thumbnail, because that would be cool. We'll go down to gestures, we'll go up to wave. Isn't that nice? Thank you, gamers. Wave to you all. If you could do a thumbs up, I would be absolutely stoked. And if you could subscribe, say boom. Maybe see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Thank you for the pleasure of your company, Charmers. Thank you, Doogie. Thank you, Red. To everyone who's watching this retrospectively, thank you for tuning in. I super appreciate you. If you're watching this, bizarrely, on a cold October afternoon, sometime in the future from now, thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your evening, or day, good morning, good evening, good night, and if in case I don't see you again, have a good life. Look after yourselves, everybody. Speak to you soon. Bye.